do believe we are up. There we go. We're now back in the lab. Hurrying before I blow myself up.
Got this. Where is the channel?
It'd be a bad idea to go check it on Twitch just to make sure. Go to the channel. Oh yeah, we're live. Alright, 45 more seconds here left in practice before we start qualifying. One, two, 1, 2. Alright, so we got 8 racers on the grid this week. So again, we got Dragster up top running fastest lap. Valoni very close behind. 0.036 seconds. Misha coming behind Baloney, about 0.6 behind on pace. Okay, oh that's Kieran, that's right. Kieran. Kieran. He's about 1.7 behind. Kiki Dogs behind him at 2.1. Kevy Duty, a little bit of time to make up at 3 seconds plus. And it's hard. Oh, that's Ryan. Ryan G. It says he's 52 seconds behind, but I'm sure that's just the first couple of laps there. As the timer runs out. And we're ending free practice. Let's take this time to check out some new scenes here. Here we got the driver standings. Much like the pace here in practice, we've got Dragster up in the #1 position. Diego not in practice currently. Gonna see if somebody can bump him out of the #2 spot for their overall. Looks like Valoni might be able to capitalize on those points. Ben B, I know, is not gonna make it on tonight. Unfortunately, he might lose that 3rd place podium. Valoni definitely looking to gain some points tonight. He's right on Dragster's tail. 0.036 seconds behind. Kieran. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong all night. Definitely in some contention for some points as well.
Hopefully I'm not interrupting here.
Just going over some standings. See if anybody can make it up to Dragster.
I mean,
Dragster might just take it all away. We'll see.
The minimum that anybody's picking up if they finish the entire race, or 51% of the race tonight, would be 24 points. So really, there's quite a bit of movement that could happen at the last race with just 7 or 8 drivers on the grid.
Yeah, Dan could definitely get bumped up. Misha could get bumped. Valoni, all of them, especially with Ben B not being here. And it doesn't look like Diego's here either. Am I?
Diego, I want to say, had a rig failure.
That's right.
Oh no, that was Devin. That was Devin. Where
Oh, is
is
that
Diego?
Devin?
Yeah, that was Devin that had a
Stepped
power
on
supply
his
issue.
That's a huge bummer. Not what you want to happen on race night. So yeah, looking at these driver standings here, you can see some definite shuffles, at least in the top, 1 through 5th spots, if not more.
I mean, all the way through, honestly, because even somebody lower down the point. I mean, 24 points that could bring you from 10th up to 6th or 7th right there, depending on how everybody else does. And you know how these cars have a tendency to implode sometimes. So it could be interesting if we get a tight pack and everybody wants to decide that tonight is going to be the night and they are going to shoot for the stars.
Tonight's the night. It could happen. So we will see as we start qualifying. Let's see who came to race.
I'm excited about a lot of stuff for next season, but I think the thing that I'm most excited about is getting back into the custom liveries. People are already starting to come up with some for next season.
Yeah, that Pantera is such a cool looking car. I've always wanted to make a really nice livery for it. I don't think I've actually ever. I missed the one season that we had where we ran I think a similar group of cars, if not the same group of cars. And,
hey, real quick, it looks like Misfit's saying that either you are really low or I am really loud, which is always a possibility. So I don't know. You might want to take a peek at OPS and see what's peaking out there.
Maybe.
Do the cars sound right? Can we get some feedback from Stream Chat? Do the cars sound about the right
Desktop
loudness?
Down, me maybe a little bit up. How's that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait for their feedback on that one. I can hear you. You sound good.
Beautiful.
I can't tell if you sound beautiful or not. It's a voice channel. We're not on video chat.
Well, yeah, it should be an exciting last one here to round out the Exige season here. The Lotus Rush.
Exige.
Exige. Exciting Exige. It is exiging the limits.
That was a reach. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I like it. I think it works. I don't know if that was a Chat GTP special or what, but hey. Oh, we got a couple of first qualifying times in here.
Misha can overtake Ben into third, I believe.
Ben's gonna miss out on some points tonight. I tell you what, especially with Diego, I don't believe Diego is gonna be joining us for the qualifying, and in that case, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shuffling going on.
Turbo, he's back.
There we go.
Yeah, we got a
little drift action coming down the hill. Whoa.
He's back, but let's see if we
can
keep it on the track.
Hey, Minmax, turn me down on your OBS, I think is the feedback there. That way,
the OBS.
It matches the car noise and you noise. The noise coming out of the cars and the noise coming out of your mouth.
How is that? That's got to be better. I had you all sorts of cranked up.
Well, it's because I'm important. You want to make sure. Is that better? Yeah. Misfit says cool.
There we go.
Cool, Daddy-o.
Yeah. Gotta make sure you can Here's Skip in the Discord. Well, looks like some pretty tight qualifying time so far. Dragsters did have the fastest lap, although Valoni was only 0.03 behind, but now he's got the fastest time so far. Dragster not too far behind, Misha not too far behind.
I did not get a chance to drive this in terms of practice this week or this early week and everything. So this is just kind of going off memory from when we were kind of putting the season together. But if I remember correctly, this is kind of one of those tracks where if you have a wrong exit speed or a wrong exit angle or something like that, it can just penalize you for these long, slow corners like what, who's that, Kieran that's in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that we're following right now, that Kieran's going through that long, slow right-hander. If you don't get the good jump out of that, I mean, you can lose a half a second. So really the fact that, you know, everybody's within a couple of seconds,
yeah,
is kind of remarkable.
Yeah, it's slotted pretty nicely there. First through third, fourth and fifth, and then sixth and seventh through eighth. See what kind of time Turbo can set here. But should lead to some pretty exciting racing.
I just wish all the cars were in blue and white.
You know, it does make it a little bit more difficult to tell. You'd figure with the amount of, well, limited liveries available, but also limited number of racers on the track that we might not have so many repeats, but...
Dude, Dan's getting some love in the chat. Dano is the mano.
Dan is the man. Let's go, Dan. I agree. He's hot on the tail of the dragster. Kieran moving up a little bit there.
Tightened up against that left-hand wall there. Ooh, I like that shot.
Over the top
See,
drum
robbed
shop.
me of it. Auto cam does me dirty again.
Yeah, you see somebody coming around certain corners, and it's just gotta get that angle. Let's see if Turbo can set a time here.
Not being able to drive.
Yeah, gotta get that cable management. It's a lot of USBs to run there, especially if that hub's not working out.
You know, it's funny because as always, you go to Reddit and dig and that kind of shit and try and figure out what people suggest, and half the responses are like, oh yeah, here's the problem, you gotta use a powered hub, and the other half the people are like, oh yeah, so your problem is you're using a powered hub. If you use a powered hub, then you're headed for problems. So, and it's pretty much 50-50, so I have no idea who is telling me
Well, you
selling
figured
me snake oil tickets.
if it was powered, I mean,
yeah, that's one thing. It's got to be just too many USB devices on one bus, and it's giving me problems. And I shouldn't try and be minimalist and just have one USB extender coming out to my rig.
Yeah, it does make it nice, but if you run into problems like that, that could be, you know, the source there. So, always worth investigating.
You know, it's funny. People keep running left outside on that corner if they're chasing through. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of people float towards the outside on these long, slow corners. And I'm hoping that will lead to fewer incidents this week because people will slide out of the way of oncoming traffic.
You hope they
hoping
slide out. It's always better to slide out than to slide in.
So who's going to be your wild card pick? Who do you think is going to come through and do really impressive, either in qualifier or in the actual race itself?
I mean, you remember when Kiki just all of a sudden found himself in second place, I think, last race? First place? So, you just never know.
Yeah.
That's who I always like to see.
Yeah, I think that it's hard to go wrong going with Kiki or Keke.
I mean, him and Kevy.
Misha up into third. I feel like if Misha has a couple of good races, she could really capitalize on points.
She could take first.
And that's kind of, you know, that shows that consistency and hitting all the races is probably the way to take home championships.
Yeah, consistency, solid practice, proven results.
Load cell brakes.
Always helps.
I mean, yeah, let's not pretend that the hardware doesn't help to a certain degree.
It really does. But also, people be winning out of here on the G29, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Andrew used to take us to school on a controller, so
Yeah, see, that's embarrassing.
well, I mean, that's just embracing knowledge. I mean, when you have a racing background, Northern California Racing Club.
Yeah, when you ran similar tracks that were running on the season that he's running in real life, you know, he's got that IRL advantage.
Speaking of RL, I'm really hoping to get out and see what he's putting together. I don't know if you've seen his. He's putting. I can't remember what it's called now. It's out of the Chevy Cobalt. It's like a 2-frame kit car.
Yeah.
Kind of like an set for NA Miatas.
Yeah, he's been building that for a while.
Really close. Yeah, I think he's getting.
I would imagine.
Close.
I know it's a big old Lego set that probably takes quite a while, especially because I believe he's building it all by himself. Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, I think Oleg's giving a hand, but you know, Lego sets don't have instructions. I think for this part, it's, you know, it's largely dependent on, you know, just taking the bits from one car and making another car out of those bits. So that, you know, there's a certain amount of fabrication and just kind of figuring out, okay, is this going to clear this, and you know, what do we need to do? Whoa!
Little wide.
There.
Look at these time splits, though. This is. I'm already getting excited for this race, that these quality times are going to be this close.
Dragster turning into 1:13.666. Where's Huck Barrow when you need him?
You got a .21, .38, .50, .85, but then you got a 1.4, 1.6, 1.67. So.
But you know what that means? That means
whoa!
Every
Track
single
goes
one
left.
of these drivers. Every single one of these drivers is going to try and get a jump on it right off the gate and occupy the same Euclidean space. And I don't.
Gotta find your lane. Well. You just gotta find your lane. You gotta find your opening. Be patient. It's a pretty wide track. These are small cars, so.
Is slow, careful, calculated tactics and patience something you think about when I say back at the lab racing?
Well, yeah, this season hasn't.
We'll see what happens next season. That's the other thing about those. I swear those AC Legends cars. You can go door to door. You can beat them up a little bit. These Lotuses, as soon as you touch a fender or something, they're just spinning off into the weeds.
It's got that snapback that is, I don't know, almost just, it seems like the car's perfectly under control, and then all of a sudden your weight balance. I mean, it's not exactly sure how much they weigh. I can't imagine it's a whole lot, but once that small amount does transfer, it's you know, get a little over, a little understeer. We'll see. Again, just like last week, it's a pretty wide track, so you could definitely fit a few of these side by side if needed, without well, you would hope without any issues. So, but yeah, these times are looking pretty darn good here. Pretty close. We should be in for some decent racing here, as long as everybody.
Dragster's on a green differential, on a green delta. Baloney's on a green delta. Turbo Quas is on a green delta. I think that we might even see some increase or a decrease, you know, faster time in the next minute and 35, whatever, before these end up, especially from Dragster and Baloney up there at the front. I wonder if we'll get into the 12s during the race with drafting and a little bit less fuel.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of corners where you think you can get a nice little draft and be able to take the inside.
Ooh, what's happening here?
Might provide a few opportunities.
It always strikes me when you see this camera shot, the inside of the car, how clean and unmodified these cars are for race cars. I don't know when the last time you were in a race cars, but they usually don't look nearly this clean with trim.
It
Plastic
looks,
trim intact, and
yeah, it looks stock almost.
it's ready. It's showroom floor.
Yeah. I don't. Are there even? It doesn't look like there's even a roll cage in there.
That's a good question, because I think they sell this as a race ready.
There's a little skirt.
Yeah. Drift action. I like it.
True underdog is going to be Turbo. He's about 10 seconds off the pace, but maybe he might be still.
I was
track
talking
there.
to him.
Where's Dan going? He's going to reset for the race, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to Turbo before the race, and it seemed like they were fairly new, so I was kind of given the standard. Just be predictable. It doesn't matter if you're slow. Just be predictable and stay on the line, and you'll do fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'm going to cause a huge wreck, but that's what tickets are for. Nobody does. Because it's just Mario Kart.
We try to avoid those sort of things, but yeah, we're here to have some fun. We're here to learn how to do some racing. It's a very open and welcoming group. All different skills are welcome. And that's gonna do it for qualifying. We got Dragster.
Talk about next season. You should show that beautiful flyer
back in. Okay.
For next season.
Yeah. So speaking of being a welcoming group and all that, let's switch over to the upcoming season flyer here. We got the GTR's Ghosts and Goblins. You can see
these cars.
Some
I love these cars so much.
Corsa classics. I know the Porsche RSR. That's my go-to. I believe, is that the one that you run too, Skip?
So last time I actually ran the Ford Capri, and just because I kind of liked that car.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, and it handled a little differently. I don't even remember what it was. A while, because it was a year. We ran these last October. But yeah, the RSR was the one that most people were picking. But the funny part is, I'm looking at the sign-up sheet for next season, and it's spread. We've got the BMW CSL 3s. We've got people running the Nissans, the Porsche RSR 74. Somebody's running the 906. God, the 906 is a sexy car.
It really is.
Yeah, it seems like they're all over the place. Nobody's running the Pantera yet, it looks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dragster's running the Pantera for next season.
Come on. Somebody's got to be running the Pantera, right?
Yeah, that thing is a gorgeous beast.
It's a love or hate kind of a vehicle, I think. You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for next season, though. I think it's going to be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, those are fun cars. Like I said, that Porsche RSR is a hell of a lot of fun to race. Does anybody ever run the Nissan, the GTR?
Yeah, there's a couple of people running the Nissan for next season. Yeah, John Gould is running the Nissan. Well, of course, John Gould's because that thing's a drift machine, so he's got to run his GTR. Misfit's running the Nissan. Ryan is running the Nissan. Turbo's running the Nissan. Yeah, we've got Nissan's going to be definitely represented on the grid. Honestly, I think the only thing that isn't at this point is the Ford Capri.
Wow. Looks like you might have to
there's go. There's still 17 spots left, so I think those will fill up. Yeah, so if anybody's wanting to get in on it for the first time, hella, Misfit says. Hella. Yeah, I say hella a lot because I'm from Cali, and that's what we do.
Hella.
And it's hella cool, and y'all can hella deal with it. Yeah, so there's still spots for next season. Practices are Monday evenings, and then the races are Wednesday evenings. And as long as Min-Max doesn't get too drunk, there's a stream, and we'll have some custom liveries. And
even if I do,
yeah, even if he does get too drunk, there'll still be a stream. So
it'll be a really interesting stream, or a sloppy one. We'll see. I believe that is the link in stream to sign up, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. I believe so.
So
yeah, people have to. They'd have to be in the Discord, discord.vatlracing.com. But yeah, looks like they're winding up the break. I think we're taking a 5-minute break for people to get their favorite beverage.
We are.
But it looks like it's loading back up. Okay, let's go back to the mainstream here. Let's see what these things are going to do.
All right, so I kind of like to do the auto cam off about third
Yeah,
place here. That way we can see what's going on in front, see what's going on behind. Watch the whole.
no
Actually,
pressure on Misha or anything while we're focusing on her here, but oh, we just had somebody blink out. Did we just have somebody go to the pits?
Somebody
Was that Dan?
hit the back to pit button accidentally.
Oh, was that Valoni? I see Valoni in the
That
pits.
that was Valoni. He was in second place, and then all of a sudden, where is he?
That's bold
Oh,
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it
oh,
pays off for him.
oh no! Valoni
I
back.
mean, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I
Was this a
don't.
strategic back to pits?
It could be. It really could be. It could be Valoni saying that he has no interest in being a part of the first corner shenanigans and that he will take, because it's what, maybe 15, 20 seconds back at this point, especially considering there's a pit lane speed limit
Yeah,
at
yeah.
most. This could be a tactical decision to start from the pits and see what happens. Let's go back over to the
Let's
main
see if it pays off.
run there. Yeah,
We've
hop off on
got
maybe on Misha or Dan, something like there,
we've
and
got
see what happens.
about 2 minutes 25 till the lights go out here.
That gives us plenty of time to talk about World Central Kitchen, which
By the way,
we've got a charity, a donation set up going with World Central Kitchen right now. They're a food distributor in parts of the world where there's been famine or military conflict. My sister actually works with them a lot, and I actually haven't checked lately, but last time I checked the back at the lab total, we had raised like $1,300 or $1,400 for them, which is
beautiful.
definitely no small amount of money when you're talking about global logistics. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, so if anybody's got a couple extra bucks, donate worldcentralkitchen.org back at the lab.
Every little bit helps. It all
Does, it
adds
does.
up.
Okay, let's see here. Who you think's gonna go into this one at the end of the first corner? Who you think's taking it?
I'm wondering if Dragster's just gonna leave everybody in his dust now that he doesn't have a second place Valonia to give him some pressure. I'm sure Misha will be hitting the gas.
Well,
And
yeah, Misha's still going to apply that pressure. So is Dan. I mean, that gap is going to get taken up real quick. We've got a long straight before that first corner, and all it takes is somebody getting a little overzealous and
too bad
overconfident
that
when they're braking.
that was the other thing about Valoni's pit strategy. He's almost all the way back in the back of the. He is all the way in the back of the pits. He's
Yeah,
the very.
that does seem like
That's the yeah. That's
the van is sitting behind him.
that's a bold strategy, Cotton. About 35 seconds out now. See if
I
we
think
can
this
close
is
these
Misha's
gaps.
Right. If I was out at the track with my little virtual support banner, I think it would be Misha. I think she's got the most to gain here, and she's been on a good run since she upgraded her equipment and got that new monitor and everything. So I think
We could see some
I
good
think
things.
we're in. Yeah, Dan. Again, Dan. I honestly,
Dan could
it
definitely
be
show
almost,
up.
Yeah, any given Sunday kind of a thing. Like it could be anybody on that grid for the most part. We'll see
We're
what
about
happens
lights
here.
out. Let's see what happens. Good even start from everybody. Looks like we're about on pace. Filing in towards the first right-hand corner there. Dragster, Misha. Let's go, Dan. Let's pop up here to Misha. Misha's already starting to put a little pressure on here. Looks like everybody in the back of the pack staying pretty nice and tight. A little sideways there from Ryan. Is that Ryan? RG. Good
It looks
discipline
like
from Kike to not
Maloney's already
doing
making
some.
his way back through.
There we go. Valoni, yep, passing up Turbo already.
Yeah.
Let's go back up to Misha here. Let's see if she can't get Dragster or run. Car's definitely starting to fall back on the pace. Misha with the late brakes. little bit of a lockup, gained a little bit of time there.
Good smoke there.
Go. Moving him up to about a half second behind Dragster.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it here. Actually, I'm gonna wait till we hit the finish line. That was an almost sedate first lap.
That was pretty sedated.
I'm pretty impressed.
Everybody following in line pretty nicely.
Hmm?
Starting to find their grooves, running their lines. Only a few little slide outs, but no major lead changes yet. It's like
this track is so wide, it really invites, you really have to position your car perfectly not to invite somebody coming up the inside there.
Just Kiernan taking advantage of that very same thing. Looks like.
Oh,
and there goes Kiki. That might have been or no, that was Kiki moving up. There we go. Okay. It's a tight little battle going on between Kiki and Kieran. Let's see who's gonna falls in line. Kiki, behind Kiki. Kieran trying to do the switchback. Maybe get on the inside. Find that line. Oh no, Kiki getting a little side. Oh, that's some serious snap.
Rear view?
That's some serious
There's
snap.
Valoni.
And Valoni, yep.
Valoni's coming up.
Valoni's already out of pits and back up in fifth. And we got after 2 laps, Dragster in first, Misha behind at 1.5 seconds, Dan behind in third place, about 3.6, and a tight little battle between Kieran and Valoni. See if Valoni can. This is definitely the bold strategy, and it looks to be paying off thus far. Oh, he's got some definite grip over there on around that corner. Valoni looking thirsty.
I gotta wonder if the aggressive lines that some of these cars are taking are gonna eat up tires quicker. Because I remember when we were choosing these tracks, it was talked about that how aggressively you were on this track really determined how long your tires lasted. And I wonder if we're going to get to maybe lap 13, 14, 15, and
tires just run out.
Tires, yeah, for some of the more aggressive drivers, they just run out. Because you can only take so many passes up the inside, late brakes, like that. Oh, don't touch. Yeah, you can only get so many incidents like that before the tires really start feeling it.
Valoni biding his patience. Almost had a pass there on Kieran.
The cheering section over here.
Let's go, Dan. Let's see. Dan trying to creep his way back up into third. Or close to Misha in third.
Yeah.
Misha about 1.3 behind Dragster. Dragster running his race. Let's see what AutoCam's going to tell us here. Looks like Kiki had a little bad corner there. Kevy might be coming up a little bit behind pretty quick. But if we can, let's maybe pop back over to Valoni. He's probably making Kieran sweat just a little bit. Little difference of lines there. Nope, there's a late break. Valoni has to brake hard to avoid some contact there. Good job on his part. Valoni's definitely got Kieran in his sights, looking for the pass, looking for some excitement as they come around lap 5 of this 16-lap race.
You know what's interesting? The Lotus Exige is about a $70,000 car, right? And it doesn't even have a radio.
Ugh.
I would feel a little cheated.
Yeah,
my Miata has a radio in it, and it's pretty much a heap of garbage. So, like, why can't a $70,000? I mean, really, how much weight can that really be?
I was about to say they don't throw in the roll cage, but they take out your radio. Come on.
Right. I mean, given the average weight of the American dentist that is driving a Lotus Exige, I can't imagine that half a pound of stereo weight is going to matter. But
my dentist is ripped, man. You should see him. He's a pure beefcake. He probably needs that missing weight of the of the radio. Looks like Misha's starting to gain some ground here on Dragster. I don't know if Dragster's maybe had a little lock up there or what, but
She's almost up into DRS range.
hit that DRS.
Go, go, go.
Baloney.
Yeah, man.
Struggling. I thought he was
commentator's
gonna. Yeah, it happens.
We just haven't seen a whole lot of action. I almost want to invoke the commentator's curse to start seeing some chaos here, because everybody's driving just really sedately. I did go into drivers, the race control before the race, and kind of read the rules and threaten everybody's children and/or alcohol supplies. So maybe that had something to do with it, and they're being a little extra careful.
You put the fear.
I tried to sound angry. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna break your bong if you don't drive safe." But everybody knows I wouldn't do that.
I got your IP address. I know where you live.
Yeah. Well, more than I believed in the sanctity of the smoking device, and those things aren't to be trifled with.
I would be scared if you threatened my bong.
Right.
Turbo.
You know that.
Got a little wide there.
That something has come to a head there. Whoa, yeah.
Watch the wall.
Off the wall.
All right, AutoCam. You done? I want to see.
Yeah, let's get up on Dragster if we can, because it looks like Dragster and Misha are about to start coming past, doing some lap traffic here. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Let's see if Turbo can not block.
Well, that's fine. A little tappy tap from Dragster there, just to establish that that was what was going to happen.
Let's see if we should get the nice clean pass here. A little bit of grass.
Yeah, looks like it.
But we got the pass.
There you go. Well done. Well done. Well, that's that's what we're talking about. That it's best to just kind of drive predictably.
Drive predictably.
A lot of smoke coming off those tires.
We're almost one lap away here as it'll be the halfway point now here as Dragster passes the line. We're halfway through the race, so let's see how those tires start either wearing out or holding up. Misha's 1.9, 1.8 or so behind the Dragster. Look at Kieran and Valoni.
Oh, I know why everybody's driving so nice. It's because Calaboki is in Canada.
Oh.
So everybody is getting Canadian by osmosis. That's what's going on. We need to hold all Canadian races.
Oh, didn't mean to bump you there, eh?
Interesting.
Oh. Canadian track. Some nice Canadian racing. Oh, what's going on up here? We have some more traffic.
A little bit.
More traffic on the field here as
Dragster is clear. It's really just kind of
the various racers trying to
catch up.
Turbo going a little bit wide, and there's the spin off. Watch the wall there, bud. Oh, and that's gonna come in contact with Valoni.
Settlement.
Oh no. Valoni now getting the run up from
who is that?
RG here.
Oh.
Valoni was trying to put the moves like Kieran in.
Yeah, Ryan had
ran
some good reflexes there.
Into traffic. Yep, good reflexes by Ryan there. Would have not turned one accident into a bigger. But now we might have some race action between the two here. Wondering if Valoni was going to make his way back up to a possible podium spot, but after that, we've got very limited laps left to make any sort of moves. Dragster up there all by himself running his own race. He's got Misha behind him. She's 3.7 behind. Dan and Kieran on their own race. Wondering if maybe he can, either of them can make a little bit of time up. We'll see there. most part, most here we've got RG maybe putting some pressure on Valoni possibly.
So here's my question. Given that this is Canada, would you drink a mixed drink at the bar that had maple syrup in it?
You know, I bet you there are some pretty delicious mixed cocktails out there that would.
There is one, and I'm looking at it in one of my bartending books right now called La Canadiensque, and it is 2 ounces of Canadian
Real
whiskey.
original
First of all,
name.
I didn't know that there was Canadian whiskey.
Oh,
But
what?
apparently there is. So
Oh, yeah.
Canadian whiskey,
Oh, big
an
time.
ounce of mezcal, a half ounce of maple syrup, and then 2 different kinds, apple bitters and old-fashioned bitters, which Oleg probably love.
RG getting a little slide out there. Keep it under control. Way to not go into Kiki. Nice recovery. And that snap.
Yeah, that was good.
Kiki takes 6 over RG there. Let's see if Kiki can get it together. Possibly give Valoni. Valoni might have had a little mishap there. It looks like Kiki is about 4 seconds off pace. Looks like Kiernan might be coming up on
within
Dan
30
here.
seconds.
We are all in
That's
about 30
amazing to
seconds,
me.
yeah.
I mean, between Dragster and in the lead and 6th place is all within about 30 seconds. That's pretty impressive, especially this late in the race.
Relatively tidy here.
Keeping it real.
Dan and Kiernan, very similar lap times there, about 2 seconds off from the pace, but we've got 5 more laps left. Let's see if anybody can make a move.
Looks like Dragster's pulling out more of a lead up against Misha, unfortunately for her. Oh, who was that? Who do we just drive past?
I believe that's Turbo. Another spin out there. Good for them on looking out for traffic and having a safe return to the track. That's always much appreciated.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
That's what I tell everybody. You don't have to be fast to come race with us. You just got to race clean and respectfully and predictably. Oh, please don't hit them.
There you go.
Please don't take out Kevin.
As you were. Yes, preaching.
I love that livery. Maybe it's just Halloween spirit coming into me, but that just looks like a bloody mess, and I love it.
Oh, there was another runner-up right there. Who was that?
Smoke.
That might have been Turbo again, I believe, actually. Looks like no lead changes there. Everybody just...
I mean, you got to think for the most part, most of these drivers are going to be pretty happy with how today is going.
Oh, I'm sure Misha's going to be very happy to.
Oh yeah,
pick
Misha's
up second
going to be
there.
thrilled.
That's some definite points. Kiernan almost missing the turn there.
That's okay. He kept it on the track.
Letting Dan slip away.
Peanut Galler's going to love that. They do love Dan the Dirty Garbage Man, right?
Let's see. Kiki getting a little bit of catch up on Valoni.
I remember when Dan first started driving with us, and him and I were about the same pace, and then he decided to go get all super fast, and I don't know. I just think that's a little disrespectful.
Oh, look at him now.
I'm still slow. What the hell? I know, right?
What do you got to say about that? Makes me want some Canadian whiskey. I don't know why, but I'm craving some maple syrup now.
You know, I'm gonna look up Canadian whiskey.
Oh, there's definitely good stuff.
Well, I meant more at Bevmo to try and get some by the time you guys come over again.
There you go.
I was feeling surprisingly good that Sunday, to be honest, given the amount of drinks that we had in the relatively truncated timeline that we had them in.
I definitely was not so much.
Yeah, my wife was definitely moving a little slow that day.
Hey, you know, it just wasn't the worst, but you know, definitely felt like I had some fun the night before. So
yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't in worse trouble.
I am surprised too. Those rum drinks, man. I tell you, rum is scary like that. It goes down very smooth and easy.
I think, I mean, not to take this in a religious aspect, but I think if there is a heaven, I think that Rome played some part in it. I feel like those two would go hand in hand. Oh, that was a close miss on that cone there.
God got a little captain in him.
Right.
Well,
I feel like everybody's pretty much settling into their race pace at this point, and barring any shenanigans,
this might be.
I feel like we're getting close.
This might be the set pace or the set placement. We've got 2 laps left, so.
I say that. Let's go back over to Dragster real quick here, because I think Dragster's about to take another pass. Some lap traffic here.
Traffic. Where do you go, Turbo?
The inside. Oh, there we go. Nice. Look at that.
Line.
Perfect. Clean and predictable.
Very nice. Dragster out there. He's got 5 seconds over Misha. Misha kind of just having her own little race there in second as well.
Yeah, but she's got a lot of time. She's got about 12 seconds in hand over Dan.
Oh yeah, she's
as much as the Dan fan club doesn't like that.
She's nowhere in sight of Dan. I don't see that closing in the last lap here.
Oh, you better knock on some wood for Misha's sake on that commentator's curse right there.
We'll see. Maybe we see a little silly slide out. Like, there we go. Okay, Turbo keeping it clean, not looking for a safe spot back to rejoin the race. Very nice. Like I said, we always appreciate that. Look at that, Kiki running his fastest lap. Oh, and all of a sudden, look at that.
We got a race on, boys.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see what we can do here in the last couple of laps. Some late braking from Kiki. Looking a little bit thirsty.
I like it. Well, because you remember,
his dogs are barking. Let's go.
Is reversed. So at this point, Kiki and Valoni are fighting for pole on the second race. You know that the
this
fact
is a big lead change right here.
Yeah, Valoni could be in first. Is definitely crossed his mind.
Yeah, this could definitely get some dicey excitement leading into the second race if Kiki can pull something out here.
Well, and Valoni and Kiki are both they're both local competitors and friends, so I think there's a certain measure that maybe of competition there that might not be between some other drivers.
It's like Kiki's
keeping it close, keeping it tight.
Yeah, definitely looking
like Three's Company in the 70s.
Running the good line here, but looking for an opening.
Yeah.
Just a little late braking, a little cut to the inside possibly. Let's see. Just wondering how long
one more.
Valoni's tires are going to hold up, given his comeback from 9th place, 8th place, whichever. I'm sure he rolled out of 9th place out of the pits, you would think, but let's see. Kiki with the late break, making up a little bit of time there. Where's the opportunity?
We're going to have to pull Dan in the booth here to give us some insight.
Oh, there's a little bump from behind onto the slide out. Nice and clean, though.
Yeah. Slow down. Make sure that no exploit was taken. That's clean. I like it. Yeah, Keke definitely dropped off a little bit to make sure that there was no advantage taken there.
I always like to see
and maybe a little bit out of self-preservation as well. Cause they've got a good healthy 5-second gap back to Ryan, so he doesn't need to turn it up to 11 right now.
It looks like he's not going to be able to pull it off on that last lap as it run around the straight, but that was a very solid effort. Nice solid try. After that first race, we got Dragster in first, Misha in second, Dan in third.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice little 360 across the line.
I'm gonna pull Dan over here and see what he has to say for himself.
Let's see what Dan's got to say.
Dan, you're in the booth and on the stream. You got fans, man.
Oh, hello. Oh, do I?
You got so many fans. There's a chorus of Danny Boy.
You got fans at Twitching.
Yeah, I think they're talking about putting some costumes together. Yeah, I don't know.
Really love to hear.
Your home address, and I told them to knock it off, but to send flowers or food. But
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, you're having a hell of a race.
I mean, it was pretty clean. I was pretty nervous there at the start, but yeah, it went all right. Definitely a gap though. Holy.
That was one of the cleanest ones we've seen this season, wasn't it? I mean, was it just that we missed it in the booth? But it definitely seemed like everybody was kind of giving and keeping the room there.
Yeah, it was good, and I mean, even our rookie was good there, so it was all right.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
buffer zones.
clean and predictable. Yeah, exactly. There was a couple of spots where the leaders were coming past the rookie and gave him plenty of space. It was perfect.
No, that was fun. Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Nice. Well, yeah, you're in good the magic spot that's not going to switch between first and second race.
I mean, we'll see how it is with Valoni. I'm usually pretty good race pace with him, so we'll see how it goes.
So, do you think Valoni kind of backed off and got himself into fifth, knowing that he could take a shot at first for the second
We were wondering
race?
if he hit that back to pits button as part of the strategy or just as an accident.
I don't know. I think he wants to win. It would be his first battle win, so maybe.
Yeah, if that pit strategy was a real conscious move as opposed to just hitting a button, that may have been a Ferrari strategy level win. Heck yeah. Okay, well, we'll get you back on the grid because you got another one coming up. But any words for your fans?
I mean, just watch the second race. You'll have to see him. They gotta stay tuned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they say to come on
stay
home
tuned.
with the milk. Bring the milk. They'll be waiting.
Excellent. Sounds good. Have fun, guys.
Yeah, good luck in the
You
second
too.
race.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see if Valoni has a similar pit strategy. You wouldn't think so. I don't believe he would be hitting the back to pits at pole position on the reverse, but
we got to ask Baloney if that was a deliberate. I'm gonna pull him in here. Hold on one second.
yeah, let's ask him. Let's get the truth here.
Baloney, okay.
We can handle
You're on
the
the stream.
truth.
We got a question here. Was the back to pits to miss the possible first corner, was that a strategy or did you fat finger a button there?
I want to check the fuel.
Ah, okay. Well, that seemed to have worked
And
out
I didn't
quite
know.
well
I
for
didn't know
you.
that once you join the grid, you cannot go back to the pit lane. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah.
Well, that was a happy accident then, because you seem to have worked out pretty well. It got you.
Yeah, in the first place now.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, he got you into the first place, took him the fifth spot to the reverse grid.
We were wondering if it was all strategy. We weren't exactly sure.
No. I was just chasing here, and you know, I had a small contact with Turbo, and that's how.
Yeah.
I said, like, I'm just gonna keep the fifth place.
Saw that. Yeah, we were wondering if you were gonna be working your way up. I mean, you dropped all the way back, almost made your way back to fourth though, but hey, now you're starting poles.
Keke was giving you a run for your money there at the end too. It looked like putting some pressure.
Yeah, well, he was catching up because I was chilling out.
Yeah. How were the tires feeling at the end?
Oh
Did they
yeah,
no problems.
Yeah, I ended up having around 68% on my rear tires. Yeah, it was kind of slippery.
You can feel that. That's definitely starting to feel it.
Yeah, you cannot go full throttle again. You know, like, the first two laps were I was trying to catch up, but then I just.
Yeah.
Nice.
Decided to save as much as you could.
We'll put you back on the grid here, and good luck. Everybody's rooting for you in the second one, and we'll see you after the second race. Okay.
That's how you learn your lesson. Once you're on the grid, there's no going back if you go back to pits.
That's why you always want to make sure you got enough fuel.
You got to take the long way home.
Always make sure you got enough fuel. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. Hopefully, we get the same measure and space given on the second race that we got in the first, because that was definitely really nice and clean through the first couple.
Yeah, be interested to see Baloney up in front.
Did mid-level manager get deleted by the moderator? Keke's got some fans too. Look at that.
He is riding.
Loving it.
He almost rode himself up to first place in the reverse. Almost.
Right? Almost.
But yeah, we'll see what Dragster can do now that Starting a few places back, not necessarily right on pole, but Misha should be right behind Dan as well. And do not forget about Kieran.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Again, because it's Canada. That's why the road is so nice, too.
Hey.
The quality infrastructure.
Alright, so there we go. Valoni up in pole. Kieran in there in second. Dan gonna see what he can pull. Misha, we're expecting big things. And
Big
Dragster's
things, Misha. No
gonna
pressure or anything.
Dragster's gonna try to buckle him up all the way from fifth. And Kiki's gonna be right behind all of them, just waiting very patiently. I mean, there we got RJ. It's heavy duty behind him. Who knows? Anything could happen here.
So did you ever go out to your perfectly legal smoking device in a perfectly legal state and realize that you loaded one earlier and then walked away because you saw a squirrel or had something happen to you, and then you come back and it's like past you did a favor for future you?
You know,
I love that.
you always gotta thank past you for setting up future you. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but whenever it does happen, it's just like, thank you, past me.
Past me hooked me up a couple weeks ago. It was actually cold for once here in California, and I put a jacket on, and I found $23 that I hadn't worn since last time I'd worn a jacket, which was probably, like last February or something like that.
Bonus.
And I mean, in $23, today's inflated money, that's like $150, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess it depends on what you're driving or buying, but hey. Alright. We got about 2 minutes until lights out. Hopefully nobody has to go back to pits to check that fuel level.
Yeah.
I think everybody's set for the second
really
race.
glad that happened on the second race, or the first race and not the second.
Yeah, I'm hoping they got their fuel levels set it up or sorted out for this reverse. It's gonna be awfully embarrassing to be pulling out ahead in first and run out of gas on those last few laps.
Who was it? There was one race where Misha, I think it was Misha, ran out of gas, like the final corner, and somebody pushed her through to get points.
Oh, really?
I don't remember who it was now, but it was one of the coolest things. I just remember her saying, God damn it, or something. She ran out of gas, and somebody came up behind, and the person behind was missing points, and yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah,
that's a real one right there.
But yeah, you're never gonna lose a race because you had a liter too much fuel.
That was about one of the only pole positions I ever took. Is I wasn't really anywhere close, but was behind. Who was it? I think it was Huck. I'm pretty sure Huck was in first.
It was.
And
yeah.
And he ran out of gas, and that was
something like Black Cat Country or something like that.
That was the only way I was able to pass. But actually snagged my.
That's a pretty good way to pass Huck.
Oh, yeah.
That's about one of the only ways that'll stick.
Yeah,
Hopefully we can get him back for next season.
It's like I felt bad, but I didn't feel that bad, just because it felt pretty good. But it's never
felt
fun
good
whenever
being
you're
bad.
Yeah, it's never fun whenever you're running out of gas.
Hey, you put enough fuel in your car. Let's hope everybody else on the grid did as well, because we've got about 15 seconds, and let's see what happens. Let's go from like Dragster's point of view here. Let's get some vantage here. Yeah.
Let's see as the lights light up. Go out.
Come on.
Oh, Dan with a pretty good start there. Already moving on the inside. Holding a tight little line though. Watch as they foul into single. That was a close little bit of a contact between.
That was contact there, right?
Dan and Misha. That was very slight. Dragster with the very late braking there avoids collision. Got a
not behind.
Just a couple of slight little.
Yeah, looks like that was
position
a Ryan
changes,
and
but
Kiki Dogs maybe, or Kiki and Turbo perhaps.
Almost, almost. But now everybody's falling into line here. Dan behind Misha. Misha behind Kiernan. Maloney's starting to pull a little far away there. Let's see if Misha can make some moves.
Yeah, I
She's
think
got
with
Dan right behind her.
with Maloney starting at the front, it's going to be hard because he's not going to have to fight traffic like he did last time.
Maloney's got nothing but clean air up there, and he is pulling 1.2 away from Kiernan after that first lap. Nice tidy first lap. It looks like there was about to be a couple little bumps there, but everybody fell in line. Good job on Dragster to not cause some major contact with this late braking. That was some expert driving. See if Misha could do the same here.
Again, I feel like everybody's racing really clean.
We got Dan right. Yeah, right up on Misha.
Was that
Misha
was
right
that
up on
contact?
Kiernan. We got Dragster right up on Dan. I don't think there was any contact, but now everybody kind of seemed to be
Just a little smoke.
ducking and diving out of the way at the last second to avoid any sort of a contact. Very nice, tidy driving. It's always good to see. Got Misha and Misha and Misha car. There we go. Misha and Kiernan just almost trading it from corner to corner with Dan hot on the tail. Dragster moving up here. Dragster made a move on Dan
On
there
Dan,
on that
yeah.
last corner there. Let's see if he can. Looks like he's getting it to stick. Of course, Kevy right behind Dragster now.
Kieran got back around Misha too.
He's looking for some.
God, this is
spots
just
change.
juggling. Ka-chow.
Yeah, it's just, left or corner to corner. Oh, Dan going a little wide there, catching them some Canadian grass. Misha.
How legal in Canada? I don't think so.
Was it in Quebec or one of those territories? Oh,
I-
look at
I-
Misha
yeah,
trying on the
Montreal.
inside there. Woo! That's a close one. Misha's just looking for opportunity.
She really is. She's hunting. She is
Really
hunting
is.
using all of the track.
Kieran, oh, what happened to Dan back here? Oh no, Dan just fell off. Dan falling behind.
Oh,
Not
no,
exactly
that was-
sure
yeah, that
right
was
what
Dan.
happened there.
Dan spun.
Might have just lost a little bit of the tires back there. A little too cooked in these first 3 laps of
What it
action.
was, I think that the Dan fans in the audience, they weren't making enough noise, and it was kind of like Tinkerbell. If you don't believe in him, you can't go fast. I think it's the fans' fault. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, you got to scream his name in chat, give him that extra grip.
Look at all of those emoticons, Riot. I love them. I can't read them. But one of them says thick, and I
Yeah.
think one of them says beef. And I approve of both of those things.
Well, Baloney
I
starting to
approve.
pull a little bit ahead. Looks like Kiernan's 2 1/4 seconds off the pace with Misha just, again, looking for that opportunity with Dragster just
They're
wanting to
bouncing
get
those
his
curves.
way right back up in the first. That first race was theirs. Now they're looking to... Oh, there's an opportunity. Misha's going to take it.
Is that just
Kieran
not
taking
quite
a
enough
little bit of
break there,
dirt.
Kieran?
I don't know. They are about door to door.
That was clean and respectful.
Very, very
Please
clean.
hold
Oh,
this off.
Misha could not hold it there.
Oh.
There's some definite contact
Nope.
between
Uh,
Misha and Dragster. It was just too
too perfect.
too
That was
wild.
a Days of Thunder moment coming through the smoke
It
there.
really that was a
Come on, Dragster. You can get back up there. Ride that pony. Was that Genuine?
something like that. Yeah. Look at Gavi up in third now.
It's that paint job, man.
He's got them
Kieran's
cars.
probably thinking that he's chasing him because he's covered in blood or something. Some psycho killer, best to say.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Come
That song
on,
kicks
Cavi
ass.
Duty. Oh, looks like Baloney already running into a little bit of track traffic. Yeah, it's a little bump. That's a little bump on turbo. Okay, we're all
They
still learning
recovered.
here.
Did they recover?
We're all still learning. It looks like he's.
That's okay. He's
in the
recovered.
gas. Baloney's back on track. Not sure if he
I meant
lost some
Baloney, yeah.
time there, but
I don't think he did.
Kiernan's
He's
only
keeping a gap
yeah,
over Kieran.
Yeah, he's still got 2 seconds plus to make up there. Kevy and oh no, what's happened to RG? Sorry, I switched back now. You're regaining the track or rejoining the track there.
Oh,
I switched just a moment too late there.
RG just came back on and clipped Dan. There may be a, yeah, that rejoin Riot is right. Yeah,
Gotta watch that rejoin.
I think he'll be lucky if he escapes without a ticket on that one. And they're close enough that 5 seconds will matter. 5 seconds could be a spot in, 5-6 points. Riot's gonna file a ticket. He's not even racing. I mean, that's kind of one of my pet peeves too, is bad rejoins. I think that's one of those things that you can avoid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't always avoid taking somebody out in an accident or whatever, but if you're dead stop, you can always
Yeah.
avoid how long and patient you are for a rejoin.
It's always tough whenever you're at a dead stop and everybody's just whizzing by you at God knows how fast, but you got to make that rejoin clean.
At least these are big and wide, and they've got some grass, to turn around on. It's not like the city circuits where
Oh
if
goodness,
you go
yeah.
sideways, you can just wait till everybody goes past and then Austin Powers for
That's
literally
pretty.
3
Yeah,
seconds.
that's pretty much your only option. Here, at least you've got some
Or power spin it if the car's got enough
sidelines,
horsepower.
some big old green Canadian
Yeah,
grass.
Riot.
to
Speaking of,
slide
you're not
out on.
racing. You should be racing next season. Those AC Legends are calling your name. You know you love those cars, Riot. You got spots left.
I got a feeling that Dan is
He's
looking
hunting.
for 4th place here, if not more.
I was gonna say Ben might be looking for 3rd.
He's got the he's gonna do some late break on the inside here. Let's see how the blue and white stripes match up here. Very close on that corner. Dan making all sorts of moves, trying to get past Kiki here. Kiki holding on for their life. Right on the bumper. Let's see if Dan's gonna be patient. Wait for their opening.
Riot does
Oh,
not
nice.
like them slippy. He likes them grippy.
Yep.
Fair enough. At least
That's-
that means we'll have him here,
That's definitely a little
helping
bit
us
more
watch for
of
unsafe
a,
rejoins.
It's definitely a little bit more of an advantage line that Dan has there. He might be taking Kiki on this next couple of turns. He's got the pace. He's got the draft. He's got the vision. Does he have the moves? He's planning it out. He's doing all the math in his head right now. He's going for the inside late break. Kiki just feels the presence. Hot on his tail. There's going to be an inside move right here. Let's see if we can stick. Dan, nice and clean. Kiki tucks right behind. Might be looking for this. No, there's no switchback on these turns here. Kiki
Can't get away with that.
Files nicely behind. That's a solid pass by Dan.
Riot's side hustle has been insane. I don't know if he means his Etsy business, which is Riot Prints with 2 S's, where he has really cool stuff, or if he's talking about his OnlyFans. But either one is definitely time consuming. So
Either way,
yeah,
it is spicy.
I get it. They both involve 3D printing too. So
Wow,
just
well, look at this. Okay,
kinda
Kiki all of a
scary.
sudden coming back. I don't know if Dan had a couple bad lines there, but all of a sudden, Kiki might have had to let up slightly there, just not go right in the back end.
Well, Kiki's got
Getting a
quite a
little-
bit of sheer pace.
He was coming, looked like he was coming right back up on the tail, but slight fall off there. We'll see. It looks like Dan's starting to make up a bit of time on Kevy ahead. Might be able to catch him before the end of the race. We've got a little bit less than half the laps to go. little first, second place contention here. See if Valoni's just got his in cruise control, and Kieran might be able to take advantage. Also got some track traffic coming up. This should possibly make for an opportunity for Kieran to capitalize. We'll see. Turbo keeping some pretty good pace there, though. Oh, never mind, goes wide. And that's an easy pass. Oh, so Kieran might have gotten a little shaky there. Didn't catch Turbo. Okay. Let's see, Kieran is about, he's trying to pull it under a second. He's about a 1.2 behind the leader there, Valoni. We'll see if he can get caught up. Meanwhile, Dan giving Kevy a little run for their money. About to catch some blood on that blue and white stripe.
Dan's getting close.
And Kiki's still there. He still sees the opportunity. Let's see if Dan can capitalize over Kevy. We've got just over 5 laps to make a move here, and that gap has fallen into a quarter of a second. It could be just about any turn here now. Kevy, no mistakes allowed. Dan
I'm surprised
looking
that
for the
Dan
opportunity.
is even at this tight, given how he's trying to follow and exploit off of any error that Kevy makes, but also not give Keke an in. Oh, it looks like Keke Dog's just falling back now. Oh, that was close. I think that was on the track.
We got
that
a little inside move. Okay, keeping it nice and tight. Dan go a little wide. There's the inside move right there.
Both playing it safe, though. They're both playing it safe.
And there's exactly where we had the previous position change, but I believe whenever Dan passed Kiki on that same corner there. That's a nice little opportunity. And there you go.
Make the Dan fans happy.
That's a clean Dan pass right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dano. And apologies, didn't catch it in time, but Misha pulling the moves on RG, making her way back up into 7th. She's got 5 laps left, well, about 4 laps left here to make some moves, but definitely got some blue and white stripes in her sights. See if
I feel like she's making up time every braking zone.
Oh yeah.
Like she's consistently out braking everybody that she's trying to chase down tonight.
Yeah, Kevy Duty there with a 2 seconds slower lap than the person in front, person in back. This guy Kiki just shining those headlights bright on that rear bumper. There's that big corner for opportunity. Looks like Kiki might. Some solid. Let's fall in line. Let's see if maybe take it on the outside. There's a little late break. Kiki's gonna move up. Let's see if it sticks.
Ooh.
Very nice. Very clean.
Yep,
Kevy now
over.
Kevy now sandwiched. Dragster.
Yeah, this is gonna get
who fell
tight.
off is definitely looking for a nice position change. Got 4 laps to go. He is our pace leader. If anybody can do it, Dragster can. Biding his time on the outside. Tucking it back in. He's going to pull a...
This is that point in the race where people start getting just a little desperate and see what maybe if they want to cut the margins down just a little bit. And that can punish people.
Kevin needs to have that laser beam focus because big opportunity corners coming up right here. And you know Dragster's wanting to capitalize. Some solid defense, solid line by Kevy. We are in a tight 4-5-6 here, though. Position between Kiki, Kevy, and Dragster. One mistake, all it takes.
I'm really impressed with the braking that everybody's showing tonight. I mean, there's been a lot of people that are trying to cut down the gap to the person in front of them. It's
Oh, yeah. Look at this gap between
inspired
Dragster.
braking.
It's just right on him. Oh, and they're running into some track. Yep, and that's going to... Oh, Kevy. Kevy running into some traffic there.
That was definitely a fortune favors the bold situation.
Misha's going to capitalize on that as well. But also running into some traffic, and that's going to be a switchback there with her and Kevy. Got to watch out for that track traffic. You know, Misha can't be done too happy about that. See if she can make it work here in the last 2 laps. Meanwhile, the 3 blue and white stripes. Dragster still trying to scratch his way back up. Kiki keeping it nice and tidy. Looking pretty good around the corners. Dan's starting to pull away just a bit there. And, yeah, let's see. Let's see if Misha can get that position back. Had it up back at the track traffic and got a little bit less than 2 laps to make this move here.
Kieran's putting in a pretty good attempt at keeping Valoni from running away. I mean, that's under 2 seconds, or under 2 seconds.
I keep looking at that, you know, and you just gotta wonder if Valoni's been sitting up there on cruise control, and all of a sudden
I think he
sees
probably
Kieran,
has.
and you know, has to all of a sudden get back as the Dragster is just coming right up on the rear end of Kiki. He knows he's only got very, very few laps left. Oh, and then Heavy Duty and Misha looks like just had a little back and forth. Misha
That is
just
kind of one of the
wants
hallmarks
that
of
position
those
back.
low-powered cars.
These cars, you know, with the way these corners turn out, it's just a drag race to the next turn, and looks like Misha's gonna come out ahead on that one. Looks like looking like she's gonna make it stick. A little bit of smoke.
But you see how she held to the right side there and didn't really give Kevy any chance to
But some solid
go
defense.
around the left side. Yeah.
She's going cone to cone, some solid line, and pulling away from Kevy. Solid pass. It's going to be a locked 6th position there for the final lap here. Let's see if Dragster can make anything happen. We've got that big opportunity corner coming up. I know he's been wanting to make this happen on Kiki for a few laps now. Kiki playing solid defense, solid line. Dan up there doing his thing, keeping his nice solid line going. Oh, Dragster's going to go a little wide there. Get it back. That might have ruined any possibilities as he drops almost a second behind Kiki now. Dragster might just have to settle for 5th here. Valoni, Kieran coming around the final lap. Oh, he's giving him the flash to see if she can make the Valoni spin out. It's not effective. Kieran uses flash. It was not effective.
Nice.
As Dan passes
Dan
to
coming across
third.
for third. The Dan fans love that.
Okay, yeah.
People have to be careful. I don't think people know
say.
that contact after the race is over still affects their safety rating.
I wasn't sure. Oh, well, they're speaking of contact. There you go.
Yep.
Well,
boom.
Okay. After the second reverse grid race, we've got Valoni in first, Kieran in 2nd, Dan coming in 3rd, Kiki in 4th, Dragster 5th, Misha squeaked out 7th, Heavy Duty or sixth, sorry, for Misha. Cavadini in seventh. RG doing ninth.
That was
Turbo.
a good one.
Turbo got 3 more laps to go, but hey, let's just go ahead and call it and have some fun there.
Boom.
Boom.
I love it. That was a good one. I'm still looking forward to the AC Legends for next season, though. I think those are my favorite that we run.
Yeah. Let's
And especially with some of the liveries that people are coming up with.
let's just go ahead and remind everybody here. Might not have seen it earlier.
Still
That
spots.
yeah, that finishes up our Exige season there. Moving on in October, we're starting up the GTR's Ghosts and Goblins. As Skip was saying, we have some spots to fill still, so please feel free to come and join us. It should be some spooky fun.
Should probably shut it down here, but that was a fun one. I'm excited for next week. Curious to see
Yeah.
what people bring with these new cars.
Yeah, don't forget to check your driver standings. These will be updated here shortly, and also don't forget to donate. But
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you much, MinMax.
yeah, thanks for joining me in the booth, and we will catch y'all next month for some Ghosts and Goblins racing. Cheers.